Manchester United will play Nottingham Forest in FA Cup and they are totally focused on the game of this evening. On the other side, I'm sure that before going to bed, thinking already about the derby of this weekend, Manchester City United, the coach, Erik ten Hag, well, he put on his television before sleeping and he said, I will watch at least the highlights of Haaland City. And when watching Erling Haaland scoring not 1 goal, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 goals, well, this would be, and I'm certain about it, his reaction. This is fine. What a disaster! Poor Erik ten Hag. Ciao, football lovers of the world. My name is Giuseppe. Welcome back on the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Of course, we'll speak about Haaland City, about the game of yesterday, but we'll speak about much more. For example, Mbappe and his visit to l'Elysée, meeting Macron, Al Nasser, and an Emirate of Qatar. What did they speak about? We'll speak about the dream of some clubs to bring back to coaching Zinedine Zidane. Not only coaches, but much more in today's video. So if you didn't hit maximum of like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And it's long time that I didn't ask for it, but if you want to support me as a content creator, but also the channel, share it with your families, with your friends that are loving football as much as you do, as much as I do. We start now with the game of yesterday, Haaland City. What an entertaining game. And no, I'm not speaking about the defensive phase that was horrible. What a disaster, really, seriously. No, I'm speaking about the offensive phase that was really entertaining. 2.58 expected goals for Luton on one side, 3.33 on the other side for Manchester City. It was collectively really impressive offensively from both teams. On the other side, I want to do something special today, ranking the 5 English sport pages that are speaking about the game of yesterday. Like a bit the 5 goals of Haaland, I want to go with a ranking. So we start with the less good one, going to the best page according to me. We start with Daily Express Sport with their title, Haaland of Plenty. Did I like it? Boo. I see him on the page with a picture chosen where he's hugging Doku. Could have done much better. Number 4, Mirror Sport 5-star Haaland. Also there, the picture with him hugging Doku. Yes, good one, but they could have done also there much better. Number 3 I like, because here we start entering the word games. Here we start actually playing a bit with humor. Star Sport number 5. Actually, they are writing 5 guys with Erling Haaland showing with his finger that he scored 5 goals. Incredible 5 goals. It's incredible. On the other side, we enter now the top 2 with Sun Sport that, according to me, found a really creative one. Working 9-5. Really nice one. Really nice title. Why? Because we know with Erling Haaland, these goals are not coming there just there like that, like a coincidence. No, he was always there, working his ass off. Why? Because he needed to be on the right position in the right moment, scoring 5 goals. It's not that easy. So number 2 for me. On the other side, the best one is Hit for 6, the title of It's All Kicking Off. For what reason? Because for the first time I see Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne next to each other, because yesterday it was not only collectively, it was not only Erling Haaland against Luton, but there was also another guy that was shining, and it is Kevin De Bruyne. In the 4 first goals, it were 4 assists of De Bruyne, 4 goals of Erling Haaland. Incredible. So I really enjoyed that last page that is also referring to Kevin De Bruyne, because his performance was just epic and fantastic. Not only good news for Manchester City, because yesterday, after a difficult moment, we saw again Jack Grealish entering the pitch, or he played from the start, and unfortunately another injury for him after a brief comeback, because he went out already in the first half. The images of him on the bench crying hurted myself. I'm not particularly a fan of City or whatever, but watching a player crying like that, it hurts. According to me, it hurts. Anyway, this evening, Chelsea Leeds, Liverpool Southampton, and then Wolves against Brighton. And of course, I already said it, Forest against Manchester United. Manchester United that is already dreaming about the future. And one of their big target of the summer is Gleison Bremer, Juventus player, and it's not the first time that are observing him, that are watching him, because it goes already back to 2020. Do you remember when Transfer News Live was already reporting the fact that they were there watching the player that was back then still a player of Torino? They were in a race with Newcastle, and at the end, it's another black and white team that signed the player, Juventus Football Club. But he's there. And it's not the first time they are sending also scouts that are there in the stands to watch and to monitor closely Gleison Bremer. Juventus, if they sell the defender, they will ask for a big prize that is going towards the 70 million euro. Will United invest that much money for a defender? Let's see, they already did it in the past for another defender that we all know. But they are also dreaming about something else, because Sir Jim Ratcliffe is thinking, or maybe not even thinking, dreaming of giving the reins of Manchester United to Zinedine Zidane. Zidane to Manchester United would be a huge one, would be a big one, but it's not the only team that is dreaming about Zinedine. Like Tutto Sport in Italy today is writing, Zinedine fa sognare il popolo Juve. Zinedine Zidane makes sure that the Juve people are dreaming. 2 days ago, there was the premiere of the movie of Marcello Lippi, legendary Juventus coach. A lot of battles with this guy here, with Alex Ferguson, mid-90s. Well, there was his premiere about his documentary, about his life, about him winning a lot of trophies with Italy, with Juventus. He was also there, spoke to the microphone, and to the question, would you love to coach one day, to manage one day in Italy? He said, absolutely yes, I would love to coach in Italy, a country that is really loving football. Does that mean that Zinedine Zidane will go to Juventus? No, we are far from that. It's more utopia. It's more a dream that Juventini at the moment have, to see back a legendary player going back to Juve, also the one that was able to bring 3 Champions League to Real Madrid. But Juventini, they continue to dream, and they are not dreaming about the Scudetto, about the title this season, because that's nearly over. They are dreaming about the future. If they dream about Zinedine Zidane, that is really difficult. They are trying and starting now to dream to extend their number 9 that is doing fantastically great in 2024. We are speaking about Dusan Vlahovic. Vlahovic, firmo qui, is the big title of Gazzetta dello Sport. Vlahovic, I will continue here. I will sign. I will extend my contract, because my intention is to win with Juventus, to bring back the Bianconeri, the old lady, to victory. But there is another team that is dreaming, and it is Inter. Inter, that is already at +9 over the second one. And today they are recuperating their game, because they have one less game. Winning this evening against Atalanta would bring them at +12. And they are not only dreaming about the +12, what would kill absolutely the Serie A competition this season, but they are also dreaming to bring their striker Lautaro Martinez to beat the all-time goal scored in Serie A in one single season, 36 by Higuain and Ciro Immobile. At the moment, he's there. At 22, he needs 15 goals to be able to beat them, and that's why from now on in Serie A, he will also be the one that will take the penalties. Well, they really believe and they want to invest, and they give him trust, and they are helping him to reach that one. It will be tough, because there are 12 games to play. Will he be able to do it? We will see it. In Italy, another game will be played this evening. Sassuolo against Napoli. Napoli that is obliged to win. That is really obliged to win, because they are extremely far from the top 4. Well, yesterday, we know it, all eyes were there in Parigi, in Paris, in Paris, la capitale de l'amour, because we were watching what would happen between Mbappe and the big boys there, Macron, Al Nasser, and the Emirate of Qatar. Did they really speak about Paris Saint-Germain? Did they try to convince him? Well, according to rumors, no. They didn't speak about Real Madrid. They didn't speak about Paris Saint-Germain. My big question is, what did they speak about? Why was Mbappe there in that meeting? Were they speaking about, I don't know, how to save the world? About, I have no idea. Why? Let me know. If you want to be creative enough, let me know what Mbappe was doing there and what was the discussion about. In Spain, they start really thinking about the future of the coach of Barcelona, because we know it. Xavi will not be there in season 24-25. Sport is writing, empiezan los contactos. The first initial contacts are starting within big in sport. They are putting the face of De Zerbi, coach of Brighton. According to me, personally, I believe that De Zerbi, Barcelona, could be a fantastic, beautiful, big wedding. I believe they have everything to be together. According to me, if they can, that would be the perfect choice. The perfect choice. Of course, it is not sure. So who are the other coaches that are there? They are going with the realistic option, that is Hansi Flick. We know it. He's not coaching any team. He could be available immediately. He's German. He could potentially give a lot to Barcelona, so he's the realistic option. The fan favorite is Luis Enrique, but that will be difficult. He still has contract with Paris Saint-Germain. Not sure if he will be able to leave it, but yes, of course, seeing a legendary player going back and coaching the team could be a big one. And then, of course, the wild card, that is Roberto De Zerbi. According to me, that would be the perfect choice. I'm not sure what you think about that one. Then they are also thinking not only about the bench, but about the future, about the players. And they are speaking about Arabia Ameneza in Arabi. They want to go back with big players, and there are some players from Barcelona that are in the out list, like Rafinha, that was already contacted by Saudi Arabia, but also Ter Stegen and also Lewandowski. Will they have a future in Spain, or is their future in Saudi Arabia? We'll know in the summer. Yesterday there was a play, of course, in Copa del Rey, where Mallorca is the first team that will go to the final, will play the final. Well, they are 16th in La Liga, and they will be there in the final. Always beautiful story. Against who? Well, or against Athletic Bilbao or Atletico Madrid, that will play this evening, to understand who will be the second team to reach that final. But in Spain, they are not only speaking about men's football, but also women's football. Why? Because today there is the final of Nations League between Spain and France. A por la segunda corona is the title of Marca, for the second crown. Then in France, they are also speaking about that big game, of course, Leur Nuit de Séville, the Sevillian night, their Sevillian night for l'Équipe de France women. Why am I speaking about women's football on this channel? Because this channel is covering the important things in football. And football is for men, football is for women. Then everyone has a known opinion. Everyone. You can like, you can dislike, you can support, you can ignore. Everyone is entitled to have their own opinion about men or women and women football. But I am sincerely convinced that it's beautiful to see the game played by everyone. When we are going there with big titles, football is for everyone. Well, it is really everyone. We need to involve everyone. Yesterday, I had the big pleasure to interview Sara Gama, captain of Juventus Women, captain of Italian national team, or at least until last week, because that was her farewell game, 140 appearances with the national team. It was incredible. I was extremely honored to speak 35 minutes with her. It was really beautiful, and we also went to an argument, because you remember 2 days ago I spoke about the sideline referee Porras that bumped into a camera. I was really scared. I said, I hope she will get well really soon. And that's it. I reported, I spoke about it here on the channel. On the other side, then the day after in Italy, a lot of comments under that picture, and absolutely not beautiful comments, disgusting comments. And this is not okay. This is absolutely not acceptable. It is not acceptable. I really want to put my fist on the table, because this is absolutely not okay. We need to have respect for everyone. If football is for everyone, then football is for everyone. For men, for women, for whatever. Then you can like, dislike, support, ignore, whatever you want to. But respect is the first thing that is important. So I hope that never we will see these kind of comments again, because it's just disgusting. I hope you are all doing well. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Put a maximum of like. We covered football.